I'm a scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, 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 bee, ba, 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 do. Ba, 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 do. Sweet, ba, 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 ba.
Fired up for Thursday's 15-game slate. Oh, Lord, nothing cool about that. Nothing cool about digging through that many games today. I got to pop up here in my background. Let's get rid of that. Welcome to NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo coming to you after a pretty crappy Wednesday. Say that often in the NHL these days. Thought I got blanked. Fell asleep at like 9:30 in bed.
Nice.
I know, like an adult. Woke up, did the scan. Loser. Did I just get reverse swept? And then like the sad go back to sleep. It's the saddest go back to sleep ever.
Oh,
the check is the worst.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and we did realize we hit the second line Ottawa triple at plus 300 to save.
To save some,
but still, it was an all over slate last night.
Couple late empty netters.
We missed the Duclair point on the aisle, but Palat scores in that first game.
Mm.
Locker rooms buying in when you bring in bodies, I assume, right?
For sure.
They trust. Yeah. Now, does the opposite happen to the Devils?
But the fact that they're getting rid of bodies?
I think when you ship out like a veteran like Palat, it's like, okay.
That all depends on, how receptive he was in that room, right? If he was an older guy that was disgruntled and creating cliques of players and complaining about stuff all the time, maybe it was, a relief to remove him. Because again, like players on teams, like I know a lot of them say, "Oh, we don't pay attention to the stuff that's said, or we don't pay attention to the standings." Everybody has one of these. Okay, everybody pays attention, and so, when you're seeing and when you're reading stuff about your team and certain players, and Palat was a guy that was getting a lot of attention in Jersey because he was a veteran just not being able to find a place in the lineup. And there was a lot of talk about them having to clear cap space. And he was the guy that was one of those players debated. And I think there could be relief. The fact that, that sort of cloud in that dressing room is finally removed.
Batherson also let us down. Yeah, there was a lot of letdowns. We had the points last night, didn't get it. We'll see. I don't know. Someone in the chat did say someone was talking about Palat being a big glue guy and a leader for that New Jersey room. I'm not sure.
And maybe he was. Like again, it would all depend on, how people feel about him in the room. I'm just on the outside. I don't know anybody inside that locker room. So
Chicago at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a wagon.
They are.
Make no sense. Let's go Chinnikov for a point, plus 140. It's an Andy play as well.
What?
Reason for it. He's on that second line with Malkin, but he's playing PP1 in place of Rust, who
has he been hot as of late?
Everybody on that, the whole team's been hot.
And you're getting plus 40? Like that's insane.
There you go. Look at it. We got the confident Carlo. That's a high rating. Did you see the meme of the panic meter and Berube's head?
His head. Jeez.
Do you imagine what that skin flap would have looked like?
No, that's the crazy part. Is that like what happened for his head to split?
Like would it covered his eyes when it came down?
It's just crazy, man.
Skull exposed. But Chinnikov taking the Rust spot on power play 1.
Chinnikov's got a point in 3 straight games.
Yeah, the team's hot. The third line's incredible.
Wow.
Actually, the top line's probably been the sloggiest one, just slogging around. I do think there's a situation where Malkin, Chinnikov, a good pairing, and then maybe Tuevo, Bedard, and that's plus 800 for those top line PP1 guys. So the Malkin situation, we got to see what happens. He did exit last game.
Okay.
So we'll see but he was at practice the other day.
Interesting.
I know, it was interesting. So I heard that he exited that game, then went to the 2 days ago practice, and he was practicing on that spot. So the Chinnikov assist at plus 300. There he goes. So West Coast hockey, Jonathan Davis saying played him for a goal, played him for assist, one of those angles, split it up. As long as he gets one, you get a better return than the points. Chinnikov is in a good spot. Matheson for an assist from Hall at plus 220. Penn's riding a 4-game win streak, 11 of 12 points in their last 6. Tuevo's plus money playing with Bedard and Frank Nazar. And if you've been following my hate for Bedard, he had that ugly shootout attempt the other night. He has one empty net goal since returning, and he just, as Carlo said, I think the last time we talked about it, just isn't up to speed, I believe was your wording, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you're feeling it, you're just, showing up the games and clicking. When you're away from it so much and you got to get back into it. And I don't know how deflating that whole Canada decision was on him, but it all depends on, if it's a shoulder too, like how much he trusts himself in those same situations. Right?
Yep. Mantha, Kindle, Brazeau stack all correlated PP2 as well. Yes, but if you watch Andy's show today, he was telling about how it got zapped again for points wise. I think it's around plus 400, which still is a bad price for the correlation. Colorado, Montreal, Colorado minus 135, over under sitting at 6.5. The Avs took another loss last night to who? James Raymer.
Yikes.
I know. Yikes is right. Struggling to get points. McKinnon, pointless in 2 of his last 4 games. Marty Necas has a point in just 1 of his last 4. Brock Nelson is the only guy leading this offense right now, and there could be changes coming, so stay away from that. The Habs went with Jakub Dobish last game, in a game I believe you were doing the intermission. Finally allowed 2 or fewer for the first time in 8 games. How did you like the Habs game? But they've been giving up. I was on the over. That was a Vegas game, right?
Yeah.
How did you like the Montreal game? And I mean, how can you not talk about Cole Caulfield, who has a goal in 6 straight games?
He's been amazing. He's been absolutely amazing, and that was a big win for Montreal because for the majority of the game, they were the better team against Vegas, and Vegas just played that really, disciplined road game. They didn't give up much. They capitalized on their chances, and they found a way to get a point. But Montreal, this is a good matchup for them. Good week for them, right? I mean, you talk about the 2 losses that they had last week, Buffalo, Boston division matchups. Then you had Vegas come in Tuesday. You got Colorado coming in tonight. 2 top powerhouses in the West. Good measuring stick stretch for this Montreal team, and so far, so good.
Shout out to Habs Relic in the chat. Happy birthday, mate. And do you get a goalie bump for firing your goalie coach?
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know how to handle that one.
Last instance of that mid-season was.
Did they not fire him prior to the Vegas game?
After the game, the next day.
They won and then fired the coach?
Yeah.
Oh,
yesterday morning it was.
Yeah. Oh, they were talking about it. Yeah, I think they brought it up live during the chat yesterday. Kings, Buffalo. We double up here. We have a play. Perry, Kempe, Quinn, McLeod. A little double.
Juicy.
Plus 900.
Yeah.
I like you. The Kings, 3-game winning streak. Sabres, 4-game winning streak. They just wrapped up a 5-game road trip, but lost UPL. But Alex Lyon is back to save the day. Corey Perry is playing on the top line with Kempe and Laferriere, as well as PP1. He has a point in 5 straight games, and in 9 of his last 10, and he is plus 110 for a point. He is a great single point guy today, but I'm certainly getting greedy. We saw Benson stay on that top line with Tage Thompson plus 120 for a point. Quinn McLeod have hit in 3 straight, plus 225 for the combo today. I don't know. What game was I on the other day? The 3-1 game. Oh, the Detroit game where I like Detroit. The Kings were in town. Darcy Kemper has been playing so badly that Anton Forsberg has been stealing starts.
Yeah. Well, I think with Kemper, I'm not sure if it's playing badly. I think it's also
Kemper. Kemper. Yeah.
Yeah. he's managing an injury, right? He's had to leave the game twice in his last couple starts. So I wonder if that's factoring into Forsberg getting more starts as well, too.
Yeah, 866 save percentage over the last little bit.
Well, it's funny. You look at the Canadian goaltenders, right? Thompson was so hot to start the season. So was Kemper. Since those two have been named, yeah, they've been average at best. They've been.
Canada might have to play some shootout games at the Olympics.
Well, here's the thing that I thought about the other day. Like, you remember before the Four Nations was picked, that the start of that season, everybody thought that Stuart Skinner was going to be the number one guy for the Canadian team. And then he had a crappy start. He didn't even make the team. I wonder right now, like, Stuart Skinner is the best Canadian goaltender playing right now with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
It's crazy.
Right? So you wonder if, I mean, people are saying Blackwood or Wedgwood, but have you seen Colorado's record as of late? They've lost 5 of their last 7 games.
Yep, agreed. Fine says double getting boosted on Bet99. Not this one. I'm gonna boost San Jose, Edmonton double. Always try to boost a Canadian team as much as I can in that spot. A question from Avi: how far can Buffalo go in your opinion? My answer: far in the East for sure. I don't know. You've seen a lot of them too. I think they're loaded on defense, right? Like I know you think Samuelson got overpaid, but he's an incredible pairing.
He's playing like he's underpaid right now.
I know. And then you got Dahlin, who coming off a 5-point game, and then your other pairing is Byram and Power, like 2 top 5 picks. No.
Yeah.
Power was a 1, and I think Bowen was somewhere in that top 5 as well. That team's loaded on the blue line.
Yeah.
And if they can just get good goaltending, I think that team's legit. 3 lines are incredible.
It's nice to see it all finally starting to come together for Buffalo, man.
But isn't that just confidence? Like, that's the only thing literally holding it back. The talent was already there.
Buddy, I've been saying this for years in Buffalo when they've been going through this rebuild with young players, and they're just like accumulating draft picks, prospects, draft picks. I go,
Culture.
if you're gonna try to take the next step, the most important thing for young players to gain confidence is great goaltending. Because guess what? Goaltending limits and hides a lot of the mistakes that young players make. And so what if they have the combination of this year? Well, hey, great young players taking that next step. But guess what else they have? Goaltenders that are winning them hockey games. Now, they're not the best brand name goaltenders, but Alex Lyon has clearly been a difference maker for Buffalo. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has somebody to compete with for starts, and Colton Ellis has been a nice pickup by them.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how much strong goaltending changes the fortunes of your team. Look at the Toronto Maple Leafs right now. Like, everyone thought that, and rightfully so, everyone thought that they had a great goaltending tandem this year to start the year, and that would lead them to obviously having another successful season. Their goaltending's been average at best. They've had spurts of Joseph Woll and Dennis Hildeby giving them good games, and look what happened when they did have good games. They went on a nice little run, but for the most part, it's been average goaltending.
See the chat laughing at Stuart Skinner, but over his last 30 days, the Skin Man is 7-1 straight up with a 163 goals against and a 934 save percentage.
Hey, guess why Pittsburgh is doing as good as they're doing?
Confident goaltending.
Great goaltending. So it's pretty important position.
Agreed. Can Adams win GM of the year after getting fired? Not sure if that's possible, but we do move on to the slate as I've misplaced my script here because 15 games. Yeah, I don't have it memorized. Nashville, New Jersey. I was going to do a Connor Brown point here at plus 130, but I think I'm going to pass. Cody Glass got injured. He exited. I don't know if this team is just going to absolutely collapse. Connor Brown, Dougie Hamilton, RPP1. you did see some line changes with Connor Brown jumping up with the Hughes and Bratt line. So wait to see. You're not going to have a practice because they didn't play yesterday. I'm an idiot. But they checked their practice today. See if Connor Brown moves up to Hughes and Bratt line, which he got some minutes last game, plus 130 for a point. That would be a good look. Dougie Hamilton, big name. He might get that old Artemi Panarin treatment.
Roster management.
He has an assist.
I don't know if he's going to get it yet or anytime soon, because as long as Luke Hughes is out, how can they move on from Dougie Hamilton right now?
The Brown Hamilton stack plus 220. If there's teams that are out of it and like kind of don't give a shit, is this stretch right here like the beginning of mail-in town?
Oh, big time, man. With 1 week left before a 2-week vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting Jersey on that list of possible mail-ins today.
Yeah, but Jersey, like, they're right in the mix of like 5 teams, right? 50. Oh, they're 56. They're 9 points out. Man, it's amazing how much of a gap has been created.
It's changed. I looked at it today. I'm like, oh my God, they're second last in the East.
Yeah. Like the gap. Remember how close everything was, and now there's been a gap that's been created because Boston and Montreal and Buffalo don't lose. It's crazy.
Jonathan Davis is hyping up Lenny Haminano.
Who?
The guy they're giving top 6 minutes to. Lenny. So there's a couple guys out there right now that are
on Jersey.
No, that are in the same position that you don't know how to pronounce their name, and they're top 6 guys. It's Lenny Haminaho. Nailed it. It's the guy in Dallas who's playing with Rantanen. Someone help me out in the chat. I got it down there. And then the guy who was playing jumped up from the 4th line to Kachuk and Bennett's line in Florida, who had his first goal the other day. There's today's question. Name me those 2 other guys. The guy on the 4th line who jumped up to the top line in Florida.
In Florida?
And then, Villeneuve or something.
Hellenius?
There. If my Monday, Tuesday picks will be on X. Everything I post is on X.
Vilmanis.
There, yes. And then there's the Dallas guy, Justin Herkowinian. That's the other guy. So those 3 guys, guys are
Herkowian has been there all year.
Oh, well, he's playing with Rantanen and Wyatt Johnson right now on the top line. I think he's like plus 600 for a goal today.
Wow.
Let's just say Lenny, Josh. Yeah, those 3 guys are absolutely terrifying. It's sad that I taught English for 11 years of my life and struggle with what? Really? You didn't know that?
I didn't know you were a teacher.
Yeah, I taught in Taiwan 11 years, bud. I don't know if you want to call me a teacher, but
what? I just thought you were a degenerate the whole time.
No, I learned degeneracy while teaching the world. Islanders, Rangers. I want everything to do with the Islanders here. Everything.
You're going back to back?
The Islanders here. The Rangers without Panarin, without Fox, without Shesterkin. Do you get the goalie matchup that you want with the Islanders
at
when
home.
You get Sorokin versus Quick?
Yeah, at home too.
No, they're on the road today.
No, sorry. The Rangers at home.
Oh yeah, they're worse at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot to look at, but I think Horvat and Heineman, who also correlate on the same power play, plus 210 is a giant price. That is a big price. And there is no Palat point. And if you can add a Palat point and push that to plus 400 or so, maybe plus 375, that's where it goes. I appreciate that, Super Wee. Josh looks like a fun teacher. I enjoyed teaching. I did.
Fun guy. You're a fun guy.
Fun guy. Oh, mold joke. Thursday mold jokes.
No, you're Kawhi Leonard. You're a Kawhi Leonard fun guy.
Oh, everything Islanders today. As we mentioned right off the bat, that once you inject that winning and that confidence and that trade and that goaltending, like you kind of stir in the pot and something scary. We mentioned Sorokin for MVP the other day.
Maybe.
Not far. The Islanders have also won all 3 meetings this year, 5-2, 2-0, and 5-0. Lee, Pajot, Holmstrom, Palat, Horvat, Heineman, Barzell, Duclair, Drouin, and somehow we didn't get our stinking Duclair point. Sad. Philly, Boston. Philly's done for. Like Konechny left. They got Vladar back. You're like, maybe there's the savior. Sam Ersson in net. We go Boston team total over 3.5, -105. Boston an absolute wagon at home. I think they've won 8 straight at home, outscoring their opponents 33-13. And Philly, over their last 8 games, all losses on the road. Their last 8 losses on the road, they've allowed 4+ in all of them. Something to keep an eye out. Elias Lindholm was injured last game. We got to see if he is back and ready to go. Utah at Carolina. Utah +155, Carolina -185. Jordan Stahl up to power play 1. Shane Gostisbehere back 2, so that power play is even better. He's playing on a line with Nick Ehlers. Let's get Ehlers and Stahl together for +250. That is a giant number. Gunther, injured. Yamamoto played in his place the other day in that 4-3 win versus Florida. Is Carolina the best team in the East, or are we giving that reign to Tampa Bay?
That's such a hard question to answer because, like, I think we talked about this the other day. Like, points-wise, yeah, they're the best team in the East, but, like, are you really buying Carolina and Brandon Bussey and Freddie Anderson?
So will it be the exact same thing that Andy Francis says, too? They'll get a layup matchup in the first round.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like,
round.
Will they get a layup if they got to get a wild card team? Like, what if that's Buffalo and Montreal? That's not a layup.
Yeah, their wild card round might be their first round might be more difficult than their second round.
Right, and then there's Pittsburgh Islanders are going to be one of those teams in the second round, and Minnesota Dallas is going to be out in the first. Crazy.
I do believe it's Tampa, and Tampa. That's why we see Vasilevsky as the number 2 betting favorite for the Vezina, and a team that's playing well. And go look at the Tampa Bay lines right now.
But that's what I'm saying.
Go tell me who that third line is.
Right, like Tampa. Yeah, they've had a great season. I'll always give them the acknowledgement they deserve. But like, you look at that lineup, and it doesn't really scare you. It doesn't really scream best team in the East. But they have played like the best team in the East for sure.
Avi says if Florida gets in, they have to be the favorite. No, if they sneak into 8 or 7, I still think because of home ice that Carolina, Tampa Bay, and then Florida at number 3 will be.
Well, here's a scenario I'm going to present to you. Florida gets in and they get into the Metro Division. Like Carolina in the first round, Pittsburgh Islanders in the second round.
Carolina, Florida, first round.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Carolina be scared.
Yeah, of course.
Terrified.
You're betting Florida to win another cup all day, every day. With that path.
Cirelli for a point. Even money. Yeah, Cirelli, Hagel, Kucherov, that top line. Interesting spot for Utah that gets to go back to their favorite guy in Vejmelka, who still leads the world and wins, which is crazy. Washington, Detroit. Here's your spot. Somehow I put New York Islanders money line in this one, which makes no sense. But Washington, where's Washington coming back from?
West Coast.
Big West Coast run. And I don't even think it was long. Like they just lost to Seattle 4-1 a day ago, no?
Yeah,
feels that way.
5-1, I think it was.
So, how is this for a schedule? Back from the West Coast, but you still got to play an East Coast road game before you go home.
Yeah.
Is that dumpy or is that better?
No, it's still you're on the road and you're still in the Eastern time zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've lost 6 of their last 7.
But Washington's awful.
Yeah.
There goes back to our thing. When you have no confidence in goaltending, your team sucks.
Yeah.
So I do believe that Patrick Kane, who is now playing power play 1, JVR is off. I think he's 1 point away from breaking Mike Modano's U.S.-born point record.
Yes.
I believe he tied it last game.
Okay, so he tied it last game, yeah.
That's what I saw in writing. I saw someone post something else different on X before I went here.
Okay.
John Gibson did take his first loss this month in that Kings game, but he allowed just 2 goals. Detroit is 18-9-1 at home this year. The Caps 11-16 on the road, and Rasmus Sandin is banged up.
I like it.
But yeah, nothing official. But if you want to play the Kane situation, he's an upgrade now, going to power play 1. I don't think you're going to get a great price on it though. Calgary, Minnesota. Minnesota, this is the test of all tests. You are an absolute dead over team for Minnesota, who has hit the over in 9 straight games. You can outscore any problem in net. And I think that you need to change your perspective on Jesper Wallstedt, who is a dumpy goalie now too.
Really?
Yeah, he's not good.
Okay.
But he's a perfect over goalie fade right now.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's Gustafsson all the way. All the way Gustafsson. The Flames are another team that they've lost 4 straight. The offense has piled up 6 total goals in their 4-game losing streak. They can't do anything. They're shipping off people. Zane Parekh is sniping nasty goals in his conditioning stint, and they're not bringing him up. Maybe, I don't know for what reason. Hartman, no point prop, still number 1, but the Boldy Ek Johansson line is back. I did want Johansson for a point, plus 120. Didn't make the card, but that's a strong play. I do like that whole line, plus 250 today in that spot versus Calgary, but you never know. These Calgary games can be 3-1. Florida, St. Louis, we trudge on. Where are we? Where are we with Florida? Like, it's everybody's back. They're supposed to win. They're not winning. You got Vilmanis joined the Tkachuk-Bennett line, scored a goal, got the mid-game promotion. We'll have to see where he is. We missed on the Erod point last game. He played 18 minutes, so he had 3 shots on goal, 7 attempts. He's plus 190 for 3 shots on goal today. Not a bad line. The Blues, it just gets worse, and we're starting to see the separation. Jordan Kyrou out. Rob Thomas out. Like, those were your, like, outside of like Pavel Buchnevich, this was a team that just lacks names. There are some people. They have Robbie Fabry on power play 1 right now.
Wow.
That's where it is.
That's a tough reality, man.
But, like, I'm not buying into Florida being overpriced in this game. It's a stay away game.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fair.
San Jose, Edmonton. This is the double-double. Celebrini 2 points with Will Smith. McDavid for 2 points. And Hyman for a point. Plus 600. If Celebrini's getting 2 and McDavid's getting 2, their line mates and Smith and Hyman are probably going to get a point. The two guys.
So hold on a second. Let me read this right. Celebrini 2 points, Smith 1 point, McDavid 2 points, and Hyman 1 point.
Yeah, it's like a double-double, but Celebrini and McDavid's point props.
I thought that was a 2-point parlay for everybody. I'm like, that's weird how it's only playing 600. But I guess now.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, if Mac is getting 2 points, there's a very good chance that Will Smith's in on that on his line in power play 1. Same with Hyman.
Mm-hmm.
So just the 2 guys for 2 points at Bet99, I think is plus 290. So let's add Smith and Hyman and jam that guy up to plus 600 and then get the Bet99 boost later today. What are we thinking?
Love it.
Yeah. They're playing pretty good. I believe McDavid 7 points in his last 2 games. Celebrini 6 points in his last 2 games. Tristan Jarry's probably still wishing he was in Pittsburgh. 882 save percentage since returning to the lineup. And you know who the number 1 goalie is in San Jose these days?
Is it? It's not Askarov. It's Nedeljkovic.
Yeah, Nedeljkovic. So those wheels are about to fall off sooner or later because that's not sustainable.
Ned. It's Ned.
5 straight wins.
Wow.
931.
That's good value on San Jose you're getting. Plus 185.
And the money line? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. They're up there with my favorite money lines of the day with Boston, Buffalo, Islanders, Detroit, Anaheim, and then that plus money one there. San Jose, if you bring up the standings, is there any world where San Jose can win this division at 30-1?
Of course, there's a world.
It's not crazy.
Yeah. They're 6 points back.
Games in hand.
1 game in hand.
Vegas can't stop a puck.
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely. Well, here's the other thing. What if they get Panarin?
Woo!
Right? There absolutely is a world that can happen. Is it? I mean, that's
Will
why the odds are
Smith,
the odds.
Macklin, Celebrini, and Artemi Panarin on that top line.
Okay, but hold on. Didn't we hedge this with the Warsofsky Coach of the Year?
Oh, yes. See, that's why we bring you around because, you pump the brakes here for a second. Exactly. So I don't know.
There was he was 60-1, wasn't he?
He was, but I think he's moved down, but he might have gone back up.
How do you find that? Can you find that right now?
Yeah. Someone in the chat, this is how I find it. Someone in the chat, please help me find Warsofsky's Coach Jack Adams numbers. Because we're starting to see Jared Bednar fall. All right, 40-1. So we can get a 40-1.
That's Shark to win the Pacific.
I know. His odds did move like crazy. He was like 50-1. I think he's 25-ish. So I think to win the division is probably the longer one.
Yeah, so you're better off doing
I'm sure Spectric Metrics think that it's an absolute dummy pick too.
So he's 12-1, that's it?
12-1, yeah.
That's Warsofsky right now?
For sure. They're a wagon, bud.
Wow.
Worst to first.
Oh man, we had it at what, 60-1?
60-1. I got some. Did you not get any?
No, I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. Oh, you missed it. You talked about it and you missed it.
Can you give me some?
What's that? Oh,
you're
gonna have to upcharge you on that.
All right.
All right, he says. I delete that. Anaheim, Vancouver. This is an January absolute smash play.
Yes, January 8th, Warsofsky was 60-1.
That's not that long ago. That's crazy. Vancouver is dead. Vancouver is dead in the water. Seneca and Granlund for a point at plus 120. You can do it that way. There's going to be 72 power play goals scored from Anaheim versus Vancouver's 53% penalty kill. Sorry, 51.4% penalty kill over the last 30 days. That's about as bad as you'll see in that number. Troy Terry, likely back. And this was one of the first things that you said this morning. Why is Anaheim just minus 140?
Am I missing something?
No, it's just, I don't know. Vancouver's done for. Carlson, Pettersson, Granlund, Seneca combo plus 700 if that's how you want to handle it too. Carlson, top line power play 1 on the other side. Dallas, Vegas, guess what? I don't care. Both of these teams, I don't care about you. And the chat can probably agree with me. Just 2 fraud teams who they can't. Aiden Hill's back. Vegas can't stop a puck. Dallas, I don't know who they are. The only thing good for Vegas right now, Dorofeyev has 8 goals in his last 9 games. And they're also 12-4-4 all-time versus the Stars. And that Justin Herokowinian guy is playing with Antonin as about 650 for a goal today. And then finally, wrap things up. The game of the night, stay up, maybe get a nap during the 7 o'clock games. Toronto at Seattle. Toronto just came home, absolutely peed all over themselves at the Yacht Club, losing all 4 games. How good is it for a team to get out of the city after basically being booed out the door for 4 games?
Yeah, this is probably the thing they needed the most, right? With everything that transpired with Berube smashing his head open, the Marner return, the Colorado blowout, the Buffalo stinker. It just feels like this team just needed to get on the road. And the timing of it couldn't be more perfect. What that means, there's 4 games left before the break. They're 8 points out of a playoff spot. I don't think it means much, but it definitely probably puts them in a better frame of mind, knowing that they're on the road and they don't have to hear and listen to everybody talk about how bad they are.
And it's a West Coast game, so no one gets to talk about it. Like no one will see the games either, right? So they won't be like, wow, Morgan Riley can't play defense all day.
Yeah.
But this is how we do it, because if you've watched Toronto, they can't play defense. They can't get the puck out of their own end. They turn the puck over way too much. Their goaltending's been brutal. But offensively, they haven't been terrible, and they're still going to roll with that top six likely. So we're going to go 2 double-doubles in this game. Eberle, McCann, Domi, McMahon. Now we get McMahon and McCann together, and I don't have to mess
That rhymed.
Up. Not bad. Plus 750. Seeing Matthews at a point move from 0.5 to 1.5. The other person on that Seattle line that also correlates power play 1, Matty Beniers. You can get really greedy if you want to go 1 across for the triple. On the second line, Stevenson, Tolvanen that Jonathan Davis is pumping there in the chat. Nyes and Michelli, plus 900. Why did I take Nyes and Michelli, not take Tavares? Because they're longer prices. But that, as you should always do, here's the interesting thing. When you're putting these together, and I notice it sometimes, if you're trying to figure out between Nyes or Michelli, or long guy and the short guy, see if you take out the middle guy, take the shorter price guy, and sometimes you get the same price.
You know what that called? You know what it's called?
Tell me.
Josh-o-matics.
Josh-o-matics. We'd like to hear that. Josh-o-matics. 15-game slate. Absolutely. It's the worst thing you can do. You spend 5 minutes on it. Spend 5 minutes on a game, and you're 2 hours into a handicap.
Yeah. Go easy, folks. Tonight, it's a lot of information, processing information.
And as we mentioned today, right? Like, don't overdo it because teams could be on cruise control.
Yeah,
whistles.
It's like last year,
a Leafs game with no power plays.
Last year, we set the table for that too before the Four Nations, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think things got exciting at the end of it.
Yeah.
When they came back.
They came out after it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Josh-o-matics. Look, people are loving it.
Josh-o-matics. No, the multiplier. But that's what we're running there. It's a big slate. That's what we got. There's a ton of stuff I didn't get. But there's a lot of point stuff too. So 15-game slate, they're not going to price everything properly. Hockey is a grind, but enjoy your Thursday night, pal. One game tomorrow. I'll just be me. Somehow I'll try to talk for 15 minutes on one game. We'll see how it goes. Might even talk some Olympic MVP odds tomorrow because Sidney Crosby at 35-1, as mentioned on your show today, is an absolute dumb price. How is Macklin Celebrini shorter than Sidney Crosby?
Logan Thompson is shorter than him.
They're gonna switch up the goalies. That's so dumb. Yeah. There's some value in some markets coming out for the Olympics. We'll take a look at those tomorrow. So appreciate everybody there in the chat. Hit that like button, share, get these views up, so I can keep talking. I don't have to sit there and type. Carlos heard my typing. It's awful. Yeah. All right. You guys enjoy your day. Stay warm. Lead us out, pal.
Have a great weekend, folks. May the winners be yours. Ciao.
I'm the scat man.